Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another video. So in this video, we will doing the speed test comparison between the Vivo V25e versus the Vivo V21e, and the Vivo V21e is a 2 generation old phone as compared to the Vivo V25e. So this phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the Vivo V25e is powered by Helio G99 SoC with 8GB of RAM as well. So on the back we have a triple cameras on both these two devices. So the Vivo V25e has a 64 megapixel optical image separation main camera. Then we have a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, while on the another hand the old Vivo V21e has a 64 megapixel main camera on the back as well. Also we have 8 megapixel ultra wide with a 2 megapixel macro, so no ultra wide with the newer Vivo V25e. And the back on both phones is made up of glass, and the frames on both phones is made up of aluminium. So on the bottom we have headphone jack on the old Vivo V21e, which you don't find on the newer Vivo V25e, and still we have a single speakers on both phones, no dual speakers on the newer Vivo V25e. Also we have IP54 water and dust resistance rating with the Vivo V25e, which you don't find on the Vivo V21e. Let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Let's see which one is faster. So the Vivo V25e is little faster in terms of showing me the logo. So we have Android 13 with a Fun Touch OS 13 versus Android 12 with a Fun Touch OS version 12. So let's see. So the newer Vivo V25e is a tiny bit faster when it comes to booting up. So only have 1 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And now let's talk about the displays between these two devices, and both phones has a very similar 6.4-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED. We have 90Hz refresh rate with the newer Vivo V25e versus a 60Hz with the old Vivo V21e. Also we have a U-shaped notch, so no improvement in that area. And the overall the display is little improved on the Vivo V25e as far as the colors and the viewing angles are concerned. So guys, everything's closed up in the background, no app is running in the background. So opening a phone dialer, that is very similar. Again we have a 60Hz and 90Hz, so animation feels more smoother on the Vivo V25e. So opening up the settings, that is very similar again. So let me show the refresh rate option. So we have 90Hz versus a 60Hz. Now check out Amazon shopping with same Wi-Fi network. So the Helio, so that is very similar. I did not expect that. So let's see scrolling. Really smooth on both phones, no jitters, but again with 90Hz everything feels little more responsive and smoother. So that is also very similar. So now check out some games applications. So this way we should see a little difference between the Vivo V25e versus the Vivo V21e. And now let's see Candy Crush Saga. So little faster on the Vivo V25e. Instagram little faster on the V21e. And now let's see Pin Out. This time the Vivo V25e is a little more faster. So now let's open Snapchat, similar. Subway Surfer, and the Helio G99 is perform little faster, as you can see, than the Snapdragon 720G. So this time we only have 1.5 second difference. So now let's open this big game which is called as PUBG Mobile, and that one open up faster on the V21e. Let's see at the end, Helio G99 versus Snapdragon 720G. So that's really surprising, as you can see. So the old Vivo V21e is perform faster. I don't know why. Let's see Temper and 2. And Temper and 2 should perform very similar. So this time again the Vivo V21e is taking the lead. I don't know why, but it's happening with the newer Vivo V25e. On paper The Helio G99 is a much faster SoC as compared to the Snapdragon 720G, but you can see in day-to-day applications, in games even, and most of the time the Vivo V21e is performed faster. So now let's opening up the Twitter. That one also faster on the old V21e. Now let's open Zedge, and that one also very similar, scrolling again little more smoother on the newer V25e. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. So let's see which one is open the camera faster. So the newer V25e is a tiny bit faster, and the camera performance I feel it is little improved on the newer Vivo V25e. So now let's look at the front facing camera. So here is our front facing camera looks like. So the old Vivo V21e has a 44 megapixel selfie camera on the back, while the newer has a 32 megapixel. So the front facing camera looks more better I think on the Vivo V21e. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using default Google Chrome on both phones with same Wi-Fi network. So wikipedia.org, that is very similar, and scrolling a little more smoother on the left phone. Now let's open this, that one very similar again, but in the scrolling wise we have a little difference between these devices. So next on the list is apple.com, that one little faster on the old one. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Scrolling absolutely smooth, but excess smoothness you find on the newer. So now check out RAM management. So we have 8GB of RAM on both phones with extended RAM features. So let's see how is the RAM management on both phones. Phone dialer, settings, Amazon shopping, let's see Candy Crush Saga, Instagram, let's see Pinout, Snapchat, Subway Surfer, that got refresh, let's say PUBG, and that is refresh on both phones. So far RAM management performance really similar, that is still there. So opening up the Twitter, Zedge, and last way back to the internet browser where we left, as you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the newer Vivo V25e and the old Vivo V21e phones is perform very similar in system-based applications, but as far as the game are concerned, that is most of the time little more faster on the old Vivo V21e. So that's really surprising I think. And the Helio G99 on this phone, it is not really optimized, or the Snapdragon 720G. So in terms of the RAM wise, in that area both devices is perform really decent in the RAM management. We have a 2 refresh on both phones, so no difference in the RAM management. So now let's talk about the battery sizes. So the Vivo V25e has 4500 mAh battery size with a 44 watt fast charging, while the old Vivo V21e has a 4000 mAh battery size with a 33 watt fast charging. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this video. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.